Hello guys, welcome to my channel Code with Maddie. Today I am here with a new topic to discuss in Java. So in last video we have discussed about features of Java. So now enough of the theory part till now we have seen. Now we are going to see our first program in Java. Means how we can write our own Java programs with what are the basic syntax which is involved in writing that program. So today we are going to see that part. So before writing the program, if we talk about, so there are two ways to do the things to write a program. What I was meaning, what I mean by that is, uh, you can either write your program in a simple text file and you can run that simple text file ended with the .java um, file name. Okay, so that is the way you can write your program, or else you can write your program in a IDE, which is used to write a program of Java. So there are many IDE which is present for writing codes in Java. Okay, so this is basically a complete tool. I have opened the Eclipse IDE, which majorly most of the people used, but most of the people also used different tools whichever they have practiced more. Okay, so it's totally up to you which IDE you want to prefer, and you can download that IDE and you can write the code. Anyhow, the code which we are going to write, it will work on all the IDE, because since it is only a tool. Okay, so we have installed Eclipse here. So I will tell you what is the process to install Eclipse. You can go to your Google and you can simply search for this Eclipse. You will find this Eclipse.org website. Okay, you click on this Eclipse download, and here you can see the latest version of this. So according to your system configuration, you can download this Eclipse version, and once this will be downloaded, you can open that downloaded file. So if you see, I have already downloaded this, and I can see this Eclipse folder containing this much of items. So if we talk about how to run this Eclipse IDE, so see, there is a Eclipse exe file is present. You have to double click on it and your IDE will start. I have already started that Eclipse IDE, so I am not clicking on that. So this way you can download it from here. You are either using your Windows, Linux or Mac OS, anything you want, you can get the Eclipse for different systems. Okay, so now what is this kind of IDE? So basically it's an integrated development environment. Okay, the full form of IDE is integrated development environment. It will provide you the feature. It is a tool. It will provide you the feature to do a complete development of Java related steps you want to do. So basically Java involves so many other inbuilt or you can say related programming languages which are incorporated or which have basic as Java. You can say we can use for example, I can say JSP servlets are there, and AWT in Java is also there, uh, or you can use Spring Boot Hibernate using Java. So you can use any of these integrated development environment software, that is IDE. So I am using one of them, that is Eclipse. If you want, you can use IntelliJ, NetBeans. Okay, these are the options available. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now we have opened that, so it will take you to this page. This front page will be there, and also it will show you here welcome page. I have removed it. So here our main first starting point will be to create a new Java project. We'll click on this create a new Java project, and we will give any project name. So let's say I am giving it as Code with Maddie. Okay, now if we talk about if we are downloaded we have downloaded this sorry if we have downloaded this Eclipse as IDE. So for IDE we don't require any JDK to be installed externally, because this IDE already have its own compiler. You don't need any external JDK to be installed to run and execute your program, compile your program. Okay, so uh, now other way of doing that I told you is writing your code in a plain text with .java extension in that file, and there while executing and compiling that program we will need the JDK which should be externally installed, and we will try to run that file using command prompt in Windows and terminal in macOS or in Linux. So basically we'll talk about Windows here because I'm using Windows 10. So okay, so that other way we will also see in my upcoming lecture, but let's talk about this IDE one first. So here we can see it has already have the different compilers. So basically this is Java SE 16, the latest version uh, of Java which is present at the time of download of this Eclipse. So for you this might be different. For me it is showing latest at 16. For you it might be something, some more available version might be present. So you can choose the latest one, JRE. Okay, and then you can click on next, and then simply you can finish it. Okay, now it is saying create module info.java. If you want you can create, if you don't want, don't create. So basically it will create a module info for you. So see, this module info.java file has been created for you, a simple class file. Okay, so now we don't need it, so let's better either remove it or leave it. No worries. So see, once we are seeing here Java SE 16, so we got the inbuilt libraries present inside this JRE 16 Java SE 16. Java SE means standard edition 16, which have the different libraries present to execute and compile your code. So this is the source folder in which we will create a different sub packages and packages to uh, provide the modularity to our code, okay, or classes, so that we did not confused where our file is being present. Okay, so now let's create a simple package, and let's give it a name, com dot code with Maddie, code with Maddie, and let's give this name as intro. See why this packaging name is very important. See, for now I did not explain this point, but later point we will explain this. So why? Because this should be whatever the package name we are giving, and this should be a unique name for the package. Okay, if it will not be unique name, it will be very difficult to identify, or you can imagine it as a file system you are having in your Windows, right? So there you create a folders to keep your files safe and easy to search with. So similarly here also you need to provide the packaging names so that it is easier to maintain, and there should not be any duplication. Okay, so let's give it close it, and see this got created. Now I'll create a simple class file. So in Java we already have seen that in Java everything is consisting of only class, and inside class we can have different methods with different objects of that class. So we will talk about it in the programming terms now. What is the syntaxes and what is the other things that we need to focus, we will see into this. So let's say this is our very first program. So give it name as hello world, or let's give it as first Java. Okay, now see, there are different modifiers available. So we can make it as public and we can make it as private. For now, there is private and protected. Other methods are available, means other modifiers are also there. So I will explain you everything in detail in upcoming videos. But for now, you just focus on this public one. Public means this class you are declaring as public so that other class from outside world can access this class by creating its object. Okay, now you can see this, there are some inbuilt methods which is present, checkbox is present. Public static void, when it is, you can click on this checkbox and this method will be automatically created for you. You don't have to write anything for creating this method. For now I am not clicking on this box. Similarly, you have constructor and super classes also. For now I'm not going deep into this. I'll just give the name and I'll finish it. Okay, so our class is created like this. See, the package name whatever we have given, it has come into first line that this class is part of this package. Got it? And we have declared the class as public, so it is written this class modifier as public and name of that class. Got it? So this way you can create your class in what you can say in this Eclipse IDE. And now we are going to simply give the for any of the class, let's understand it first. We have to create one method which is known as main method, and compiler always looks for the main methods as an entry point of the class or entry point of the execution, you can say, if we explain it very better. So entry point of any execution, compiler will look for the main method. So if we want to run any of the functionality in this what you can say in this class or in this project, that is code with Maddie, we should have main method present inside this class. So what I mean by main method is this main method should be available. Okay, now along with this main method, since compiler is calling it, so compiler call it without creating an object. It knows that I have to call a main method and I don't have to create an object, means we have to call it in a static way. Okay, we don't have to create an object for this. So static main, I have given the word static in front of main. Now this should be public so that compiler can access it from anywhere. Okay, so that is why I have given this as a public, and we have given this static so that no object needs to be created by the compiler, and there should not be any return type for this method. So if there is no any return type for this method, so it is giving as, we can give it as void. Okay, now everything looks good and we see that error also gone removed from here. Okay, so we can proceed further, but before that I want to explain it here only. Compiler will not take this main method as it is expecting the main method, because the compiler always looks for that main methods which have array of string as a input parameter of the main method. Got it? Once it will look for the main method which only have the array of string. If it does not have the array of string, as a parameter or an argument passed in this method, main method, it will not able to recognize it as an entry point of the execution. So that's why we have given here string args. Okay, now we will write a simple print statement in which you can print any of the strings or any of the values inside that print statement. So print statement consists here system dot out dot print ln. Okay, so this is the basic syntax for printing a line or printing any value. So here you can give any value like integer, you can give 0, 1, 2, 300, any numbers you can give, or you can give true, false, boolean values, or you can give strings. So strings, for giving strings you can give this in the double quotes. Let's say I am giving hello Maddie in this string. So okay, so this string should be printed in our console by this print statement. Okay, now we will save this project with Control S, and before that I want to explain one more thing here before we compile and execute it. So this is the comment. Okay, this double forward slash, you can say, or backslash, don't know. Yeah, so this slash means, double slash means we are giving a comment. Comment is basically nothing, it is used to explain your codes, what your code is doing basically. Okay, so at this line what I was doing, I was printing a statement with content hello Maddie. Okay, so this way, if a user is not knowing this syntax, okay, that system dot out dot println what it does and what it does and what it does not do, so at that time if any normal user comes and see your comment, then he will get to know that okay, this syntax is used to print the content which you have printed hello world. Got it? Similarly, you can give comment to this also, that this is main method, or you can say entry point of execution. And outside of this class also you can provide comment. You can provide comment anywhere in this class. Okay, so comments are basically used to give readability to the program. Okay, if you want to provide readability to any user, you can provide the comments, and it's very important, guys, to provide a comment, and it will be very useful for you once you will get engaged in any project, or either leave the project also. If you are working, and if you want to later on, let's say you have written 100 line of codes, and you forgot some basic syntax or some any syntax which you done for only 1 or 2 times. So if you have not given comments, then how you will recognize it, right? So if you have given comments, then you can easily recognize, okay, this syntax is used for this task. Okay, so this is the way of giving comments. Let's say another means one more type of comment is there. This is a single line comment in which we are giving double slash, and there is another comment also where we are giving one slash, then star, then star, and closing slash. Got it? So this is basically a multiple line comment. If you want to write a paragraph to explain some methods, or to explain some big logic what you have implemented, so you can give it line by line. Let's say this So in this way you can give multiple lines of comment, or instead of giving this blah blah blah, I can give multiple line of comments. Okay. So if we talk about how compiler will um, or how compiler will react once it will see the comments. Okay, so compiler knows if there is a double slash, so it's a single line comment, and if it is a in this way, so it is a multiple line comment. It will ignore the execution of these lines. Compiler will not execute these lines. Okay, so this is the one thing that I want to explain. Now save this file name and we will try to run this. Okay, so for running this you just right click anywhere in this file and go to run as. You see this Java application, run as Java application, just click on it. So you can see the console here, right? So in this console you got this message hello world, which you have given in this system.out.println. Okay, and we have not given any JDK and nothing here. It's already whatever the inbuilt JDK available or the inbuilt compiler available in the Eclipse, we have used that same JDK and we have run this Java file, which is first java.java. Okay, so this is the one way of, and this is the one way of running the Java program and in the Eclipse. And another way of doing that, we can create a simple text file outside anywhere, means in our file explorer system we can create anywhere that file, and we will try to execute it without using this Eclipse IDE. We will install a JDK from external and we will try to run that in our upcoming video. So next part I will tell you how to download the JDK and how to perform your local setup so that you can execute your any file, Java file, outside this IDE. Okay, so that I will tell you, but most of the time we will use Eclipse only, because I will tell you the reason also in the upcoming videos. So thank you guys, thank you so much for this session, and I hope you like my videos. So please like and subscribe my channel so that you can get my videos at very first moment. Thank you guys. Thank you.